Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. You'll have to excuse my voice. I've got some sort of cold going on or something. But I'm super excited for this series. I don't have a whole lot of experience with cows, dairy cows, anything like that. I mean, I've played around with it some, but so this is going to be a big series where we're going to kind of learn together. One of my main goals is to be fully transparent with every video I make. So some of the buildings, let's see, it would be probably easier just to show you. So this North American Freestall, it holds a maximum of 200 cattle. One of the problems whenever I was doing some testing that I found was that it'll hold 200 cows, but the food storage, the food capacity was only 60,000. And if you sleep for a full month, it uses all that feed, and it'll never let the cows get over like 10% health. So basically I went in and changed the food capacity. It's gonna be, some might consider it a little excessive, but it's gonna work for now. Another thing I changed was the Anderson, it's the Anderson 950 mixer. It only held like 28,000 liters of TMR or whatever I needed, so I went in and changed it to 75 just because this series is going to be so large that it's going to, I'm going to need all the time I can get, so the least amount of times I have to fill it up, the better. In the series, I'm going to use quite a bit of farm hands, which I didn't set this map up on a multiplayer map, so if you hear me mention farm hands, it's going to be the AI workers. So let's get, first things first, let's get started with a map tour, or a farm tour. This is the main house, and then it's got two entrances, this entrance and then the entrance behind it, which is one of the stock entrances of the map. And then over here is going to be our main farmyard. This is our truck shed or truck maintenance shop. Over here I keep my stretched Peterbilt 379 over there, so the farm hands don't mess with it. And that's, if I want to drive, I strictly drive that one. And then that'll be our maintenance shop. Anything that needs to be washed, worked on, that's where we'll go for that. We've got our two cold storages. I want to say they're the 120 by 240 cold storages. I have put some equipment on the farm, just some stuff that we can use from the beginning. We still have almost $3 million to play with, because there's going to be some things that I still need that I haven't gotten yet, but I wanted to go ahead and get the series started so that way we can play together and kind of learn as we go. So, and then we have another 12 bay storage shed here. Like I said, you're gonna have to excuse my voice. And then over here we're gonna use this shed for like our haying equipment, stuff like that. So you know, that's more things that we're going to have to get, some machines and implements we're going to have to get for that. And then right here we've got some canopies to park our trailers under so they're not in the weather. For now we've got 2 cattle trailers. They hold, I want to say it's 25 or 26 cattle a piece. And then we've got our Brandt low loader, and then we've got our hay trailer. I want to say the hay trailer is auto load. Like I said, the series is going to be a pretty large operation, so any kind of time saving shortcuts I can take that aren't, you know, just super unrealistic. I mean, I know it's unrealistic, but it's not terrible. It'll get us through what we need to do. We've got our grain bin here, which I want to say that's the almost 3 million liter capacity. And then we'll go up to the main animal yard where we're going to do all the work with our animals. Like I said, I think mainly I want to try to do some dairy cows. In the future we might look at adding a place for just some beef cattle as well, but we'll look into that in the future. One of those other things I wanted to be transparent about, which obviously these bell spikes, they are also the auto load. I want to say this one's for the square bells and it holds 3 or 4, and then this one is for the round bells and it holds 3. I know that. And then we've got this maintenance shed with the balcony for all the machines we're going to use just strictly for the cattle. Just an empty commodity shed, which I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. Then we've got our John Deere 6R with the straw blower. I honestly have never used, my driving's terrible. I have never used these harvesters before, or the blower to fill them. So we're gonna learn that together. This is the cow barn we're gonna use. So whenever we first buy cattle, or we get some calves, we're gonna run them through there, make sure they're healthy, vaccinated, and then when they get to be probably about 12 months, we'll move them into the main free stall. So we've got our 2 harvesters, and then the smaller one is for our mineral feed. And then here, so in the preview video I posted, I had a cow barn here. It was just another type of freestall, just a husbandry. It didn't hold any milk, anything like that. There was some conflicts with the mod. I don't know what was going on, but it didn't show any of the icons. It wouldn't let me load anything to it. It wouldn't let me put cows in it, anything, which I'm not gonna say who that was or whose mod it was, because I'm sure they'll get it fixed eventually. So from our freestall, we'll run them through here into the parlor for milking, and then this is our main little parking area, and then also where our milk is going to be stored. And then we've got our 2 F350 6-7 liter Power Strokes here for for the farm hands to kind of haul stuff back and forth for me, which there's still obviously a couple of machines we need to unload. So yeah, that's it. I'm excited for this one. I think our first mission is going to be going and picking up our first load of cows. And then once we get them loaded up, we'll figure out the feed issue. I think to start, we're probably going to have to just buy some pre-mixed TMR to get them fed until we can start making our own. So in here I have, while we make our way to the trucks, just the Demco auger wagon with the brand new 2026 John Deere 9RX 830, and then we've got the Case Steiger quad track with the Diablo roller, and then we've got the John Deere, it's the 9R 9570 RT with the 18, I want to say it's 18 meter plow. Yeah, 18.3 working width. For as big as this operation is, I mean, we're going to have something that we can get through these fields pretty quick. So let's go get some cows, and then from there we'll figure out the feed situation. And then, like I said, when I referred to the farm hands, I mean, that's going to be AI workers. I should have set this up as a multiplayer map, honestly. I think it would have made the content a lot better for sure, but we're going to work with it and we'll get it going. We'll run up here, grab another truck, hook it up to the trailer for the farmhand to go ahead and take off. And we're just going to buy 50 head from the start, and then as we get the feed situation sorted out, we'll start running some more through, getting them into the freestall. Oh wait, no. So this Pete 379 is set up for like our hauling machines, picking up machines, whatever we need to do. So it's got the tri-axle, and then the other two are just stock 379 Pete's that are obviously paint matched for the farm colors. Try to keep all the trucks and F350s and everything the same. And then as we go and we need things, we'll buy machines and give this guy directions on where to go. We don't want him parking on the railroad tracks, so we'll get him started. And we'll run back down here, grab our truck. Why are you not going? I promise we'll get all this worked out. All the kinks and little bugs. Also apologize for my mouth breathing. I can't really breathe out of my nose at the moment. We're just gonna switch back to our truck because last time I just got out of it, he decided he didn't want to go. I do own this field, so I've got to get the equipment necessary to get that field cut. And then we've got to buy some more property too for our cash crop. We're probably going to do some soybeans, some wheat for straw. We're going to have a couple different cornfields. One is going to be to cut as chaff, and the other one we're going to harvest it and either use it for feed or maybe get a corn dryer built and start drying it. Like I've said on some of my previous series, that dried corn sells for like a 50% more yield than just regular harvested corn. Alright guys, we are pulling up to the animal dealer. Of course, we have a train. I'm leaving the help menu up for now, just because, like I said earlier, there's some things that I've never played with, like the harvesters, the blower, stuff like that. So I'm going to leave it up until we get those things figured out, what buttons to push, what we need to do, and then we will get that out of the way. Another thing I wanted to talk about is I'm not using the realistic livestock mod because of how big of an operation this is going to be. I don't necessarily want to wait for the breeding aspect of it, which, I mean, obviously they're going to breed now, but we don't have to wait as long to get our herd numbers up. And let's see, we gotta fix that. Normally my backing is fairly decent. But we're not doing that great today. Okay. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go for the 6-month-olds, and we're gonna go ahead and get 50 head, 25 in this trailer and then 25 on our other trailer. Alright, let's get these guys, the farmhand, back on his way. Okay, give him directions. And then we'll get loaded up. See if we can get this one in there the first time a little bit better. Okay. So every now and then you'll hear some clicking. I do play with on PC, but I play with a Xbox controller. Eventually, if the channel gets big enough, and I might look at I want to try the steering wheel and pedals and the Thrustmaster. I think that would be awesome. So if we can do that, eventually maybe you won't hear the clicking of the controller. So we're gonna make our way back to the farm and get unloaded, and I'll see you in just a minute. Alright guys, so we've got the cows unloaded into their little staging area. A couple things I did between the recording sessions. I went and got some bales of straw, and we're gonna get those broke up and blown into some bedding. And I added an entrance to this side because our unload point for the cows is going to be here and not the other side. So that's on me for not paying attention to that. But and of course our milk loading side's here too, so it was just better if I added another entrance over here. And I'm going to take you guys and show you the next piece of equipment I just went and got, that we are about to get one of the farmhands started on that job while we unload this hay. Gosh, my driving's terrible today. So this is going to be one of those time-saving mods. Like I said, I mean, I'm going to be transparent, but it's going to save a lot of time. So right now it's going to be key. So here we are. This is the New Holland forage harvester. It's just the base game forage harvester with the I think it's the 9-meter head, and then we've got the Pottinger multi-baler. For those of you that haven't seen it, it basically just blows the chaff into the compartment, and then from there it rolls it into bales and then wraps it. So we are going to go ahead and get one of the farm hands started on this. Kind of show you guys how it works. So it blows it into the bunker, and then from there it feeds it into the main chamber where it wraps it into the bales, which I'll show you that, and then we'll go start unloading some straw. So then it's going to wrap it. So we'll let him take over. And then we're going to go unload some straw, try to get some of it blown, because we have a lot of it to blow into the barn that already has cows and the free stall, which I'll do some of that in a time lapse so that way you don't have to watch all of that. That is one job that I can't have the farm hands help us with. I'm hoping once I get a steering wheel and the foot pedals, maybe my driving will get just a little bit better, but I don't know. We'll see. Park this here, and then we'll go over here. I want to say this is for the round bales. No, that's for square bales. So we'll park him here. I'll have to go here and grab the Case Magnum. I put the narrow tires on it because we are going to use it for the forage mixer, or the feed mixer. To run it through that freestall. Golly. I'm struggling today, guys. I apologize for that. I don't know if it's because I'm sick or what's going on. So like I said before, the bale spike is going to be an auto load. Oh no. Just for a little bit of time saving. Wait, wait. Oh my gosh. I am struggling. Holy cow. today just might not be the best day for recording. If I keep making mistakes like that, make you guys watch a whole lot of nothing. But it'll be okay. We'll get it figured out here in just a minute. So I found that you can stack these round bales, so you can pick them up going just straight down on top of them, but it makes it a lot easier if you tilt it up and then grab them. For some reason, I don't know if it's the mod or what it is. We're going to try to grab one of these ones off the front of the trailer here. Well, I didn't grab the one I wanted, but it'll work. So what we're going to do, because we have to go grab the straw blower, we are going to just park a couple of them right here. Hopefully without making a mess of the ones that are still on the trailer. One thing I didn't talk about is we are still in August. I didn't want to skip ahead a month yet until we got the cows fed and some straw blown, because I didn't want their health. I mean, their health is already going to be low because we just bought them, but I didn't want it to take longer to get their health up where we needed it. I think we'll do one more load of bales for the blower. Let's see. Okay, so we'll park this here for a minute and go grab the blower. I've still got to unload those machines as well, so I can get those trucks parked and out of the way. I was thinking about what I was going to use this commodity shed for. I think if our bale storage in the front there gets full, we can start throwing some of them in here. And even if we don't use it for that, maybe we can park machines in it or something. We'll figure something out, but I was figuring just the excess bales we could throw in there. See if I can remember the controls. So it's just up and down. Okay. We'll probably try to pick that one up right there since it's already on the ground. Well, that worked out good. See if maybe we can grab another one. Oh, my cat. My driving is terrible today. which it's not usually that good at all, but usually not this bad. Oh, okay, well. I guess let's just run in here, turn around, blow this bell. And then here in a second, we'll go check on the farmhand, make sure he's getting along okay. Actually, let's run and do that real quick, and then I'll throw the time lapse of me getting the straw done. Looks like he's doing just fine. He's missed a little bit there, but okay, we'll let him keep going, and I'm gonna go get this straw done, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay guys, so a little bit of a problem. The freestall holds 200,000 liters of straw. The blower can only blow 1 to 2, maybe 3, depending on how I load it, bales at a time. So what we're going to do is we are going to fill this feed mixer with straw bales, and let it fill up, so that way we can unload 75 liters of straw at a time instead of 15. Now, is it still going to be a little bit of a process? Yes, probably. But again, we're going to try to do as much time saving as we can. Which, if I make, I'm kind of in the process of thinking about maybe doing another series similar to this and making it multiplayer, and who knows, maybe we can get some of you guys in helping, working on the farm, getting cows fed, fields ready to go. So who knows, maybe we can do something like that in the future. Alright guys, as you can tell, it's getting dark in game. So the farmhand was able to get, I think, 96 bales made. I stopped him because we're going to harvest the rest of it. So what I did do was I went and bought 48 bales of silage to feed the cows for now. Eventually we're going to start doing some TMR, but until we can get all of our mixers and all the stuff we need to get that going, we're going to do the silage for now. And then the next episode, what I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move the cows into the free stall. And then get another 50 head probably. And then hopefully, I think we're gonna buy there's a field that's for sale right next to mine that's got soybeans ready to go. I think we're gonna buy it and get it harvested. So off camera, I was able to get all the straw bales we had left over unloaded, and then I loaded probably half of the silage bales we had made from the chaff loaded into the commodity shed. So we're gonna wrap the episode up, and I'm gonna get these cows fed. If you like the episode and are ready for some more, if you don't mind, I would greatly appreciate a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.